Hello, everyone. We are going to talk about the devil. The devil made me do it. No, that's not necessarily true. I mean, it is, it isn't. We are going to talk about the two D's, the devil and distraction. So, the devil is in distraction. And I want you guys to be very mindful of that. And that's this series is I'm talking about sort of like a detox of your mind, a detox of your thoughts, your belief systems. It's time to take a break, take a fast. So on my mind shift to keto and wellness channel, I talk about mind shift. That's the whole business model. The most important thing is like your mental fortitude. But what I find, just as a single black woman dating in DC, in the DMV, Christian, celibate, I found that there's a lot of distractions, just really in every area of our lives. And when I look back over my life, the distractions, they took me off course. They got me in a world of hurt. They got me financially strapped. And there are decisions that I made, but I made them because I was distracted. So I'll give you all a short story time and I'm going to give you all some application how to apply this to your life. I will, joined this church that I'm at now, which is an amazing church, probably, I guess, 7 years ago, maybe longer. I think it's been 7 years. And I've known about God my entire life, heard about God. I went to church, and it wasn't until I joined this church in a stressed and almost in a way require you to read that word, which is the Bible, for yourself, to really go on your own journey, not only read the word, but to develop a relationship with God, between you and Him. And it was the first time in my life that I've ever like had this experience. I've been in a lot of churches, and it's just I've never had an experience like this. And so at the time I was with my ex-fiance, and we had been together like a year or two, I think. And I joined this church, and my spirit and my human self, my natural, my flesh, I guess they call it, they were starting to wrestle. And sad to say, sad to report that my flesh won. And, but it was still something that seed had been planted, and enough for me to know to go take a premarital class at church, enough for me to gravitate towards the church when I was experiencing a lot of foolery in my relationship, all of my relationships. So it's not just my romantic relationships, like every relationship was just, I don't know. So I knew to go to the church. And, but how many times can we be somewhere and not really be there? So I was on the road to financial freedom a few years ago, like I said, right around the time I was with my ex. And things just got crazy. It was all over the place. The relationship, it was just, it wasn't, that relationship wasn't for me. But this is how distractions come. Distractions can come and it doesn't even seem like it's distractions. And I remember holding on to that relationship, really wanting to get married, but there were a lot of things going on in my personal life. I also had a responsibility as a mom. I'm actually was thinking about buying, selling my condo, and where I had lived with my son for 10 years, and so distractions can come in all shapes and sizes. I think about the nouns, people, places, and things. Those are distractions. And you have to know yourself, you have to know where you are, and you may not even think something is distractions. And I guess I'm defining distractions as anything that prevents me from having um, a very robust and very substantive relationship with God. That's how I'm defining distractions. So a few years ago, with my ex-fiance, and we were just, it was a struggle. And I'm going to tell anyone, I keep foot stomping this. If you're in a relationship and it's a struggle, it seems like you're the only one that wants to make things work, I'm praying that you will let that relationship go. And I don't even want to say the obligatory, I don't want to say what we all say is that, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll come back around. No. If you're encountering some sort of foolery is what I call it, but just back and forth and chaos, that is not of God. God is of peace. Doesn't mean that you can't disagree about things, but if you're not on the same accord with a person, it's time to cut the umbilical cord. Let it go. So distractions. Distractions is what I found. It comes in all shapes and sizes, but it's normally in the people, places, and things. And anytime you have a goal and you find yourself not able to accomplish that goal, that's the indicator to stop. So what I'm asking you guys to do, I'm asking you guys to take some time, and I want you to fast. And I have this video on my other channel. It's called like a mental detox. And what I instruct people do is, how do you stop? How do you stop and just figure out what the freakish frack is going on? And this is a challenge for a lot of people. And you have to, lean on God or make a decision that you want to change. If you don't want to change, then keep doing the same thing. You will have the same result. You will not get any better. But if you really want to dig deep and figure out who you are, what you like, what your dreams are, you have to stop. And I mean, you have to stop the social media. You have to stop the tweeting and Instagram. Take some time away from your phone. You have to stop if you're at work or any other place gossiping. You literally have to stop. We're so busy nowadays that we don't have enough time to really figure out who we are. And we get pulled in all sorts of directions. And a lot of it is just foolery. That's all I can say. It's foolery. I'm not telling you not to laugh, because I think laughter is it's therapeutic. It's good. But I think some of the things we focus on as a people, I would say Black people, but just Christians, those are like kind of the two cohorts I guess I fit in. And I'm a human, Homo sapien. It's just really figuring out what we believe. And I think there's enough propaganda going on 24/7. It's hard. See how long you can go without having anything on. Turn the TV off, turn the social media off, turn your notifications. Have your phone for emergencies, but put some boundaries and parameters, because distractions will take you off course. They will prevent you from living out the destiny that God has designed for you. And it's not going to be like this little like evil man with a red tail. It's going to come through your weaknesses. What are your insecurities? Where are you weak at? And that's how distractions will come. And that's how they came in my life. I literally had always wanted to be married. I got into comparing myself and thinking, not really sticking to my guns. I started with the Dave Ramsey, and then I moved on to the financial ministry at my church, and I couldn't even get myself, I was comparing myself, and instead of just listening to the principles, that's what I was distracted by people, by my own self. I distracted myself. And we have to just get back to the basics and figure out exactly what is our purpose. And like I said, distraction comes in just mindlessly watching social media or TV, just sitting. It's, people watching Netflix shows. My son and I, we had rented these Flash DVDs, which we love in Flash. We got stuck on season 3 because of my son. That's a whole nother story. But we would watch it we were good. We were like, okay, we're gonna watch one episode a night or one episode a week or something like that. Then we would start to take a whole Saturday and just one after another and watch it. And I guess they call it binge watching. I think every now and again, or if it's a holiday, I guess that's okay. But I think you realize you forget to live. There's a whole world outside. There's DC, Baltimore. There's, just a drive to Philadelphia, drive to New York City, a walk around your neighborhood, meeting your neighbors. There's just so much to do. And we get so, like, we're so virtually connected, but we're really quite insular as a people. and and with that, when you get segregated like that, you lose your humanity. I mean, I know I'm just telling you, you lose your humanity, not only your purpose, but you lose yourself. So just all I can say, is that we want to stay on purpose, we want to stay focused, and first thing we have to do one is to stop. We have to stop and take an assessment of where we are, and the things that we like, let's keep those in, but the things that we need, areas of improvement. And I would say challenge yourself. How long are you on social media? Calculate the time that you're on social media. Calculate the time, like when you're at dinner, do you have your phone out? When you are talking to your kids, do they have their gadgets out? Like really, or when you're driving in a car, are they on their gadgets? Are you on your gadgets? Like really start to assess and examine. And if you don't find anything wrong, thumbs up. Me, I found a lot of things wrong, but I also had to wake up. I was in a fog, guys. I was in a trance. I was in a coma. I literally, I was the walking dead. I was literally going through life, just, checking the box, doing what I have to do, but really not living. And so now that I'm awake, I can't. I'm like, how did I do this? When did I get this place? Like, when did this happen? When did that happen? How did that happen? And it's because I was asleep. And it is so easy to get lulled to sleep by life's distractions. So just, I'll talk more on this later, but that's the first thing, is we have to take an assessment. We have to take an account, and we have to figure out where we are. And from there, then we can sort of, we can improve things. We can turn things around. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I will talk to you guys later.